Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Hunting season's finally out of the way. I've got a few little things to take care of before we get that all wrapped up, but the Camaro's on the lift, the 400 is right here on the stand, and I'm ready to start pulling this thing apart. I got the car up in the air. The good thing about this is it's clean, so not gonna get too dirty on this one with everything freshly taken out already and going back together new. All I've got to do is just get the 4-inch pipe out. I'm definitely going to have to do some cleaning back here because, as you can tell, I drive this thing. I am going to re-weld this while I have it off. I put the O2 sensor down here past the V-band, thinking, hey, that would be a better solution for getting everything, you know, more accurate with the O2 sensor. But I did pop this V-band off one time driving it around town, and that just went haywire on my O2 sensor because it was not reading everything coming out of the motor. It about got me stranded, I'll put it that way. So I moved that O2 sensor up top on the down tube, on the downpipe, and that'll fix all my problems. You like my little skid plates here for my V-band protection. Get the crossover out, the funky homemade license plate heat shield. That was a last resort thing for my big highway trips into the city, but little knick-knack stuff like that. So hopefully this isn't going to be a big thing. It should jump out of there like it's brand new. Throw the other one in and get it ready to go. Had to go change my hat. I can't be getting my good white going to town hat dirty. Let's get this thing out. Okay, so converter's undone, cross members undone, drive shaft's out, shifter's unhooked. I think that is all of it. So we're ready to pull this thing out. Now, since I do have my lift, I have not bought a transmission jack yet that'll reach this high. So I've got a better way of doing this with what I have. And if you haven't made some of these yet, ooh, that's a mess waiting to happen. I better take care of that real quick. If you have not made yourself some 2x4 stands, this is by far the safest and easiest way to do this. When we built the house, I saved all the 2x4s and stuff I could muster up and built these stands. And they work great for everything, but there are, oh, heavy. All right, so you've seen them on other people's stuff. Basically, it's about 12 inches high. Stack them together, the car will not roll. The car will not fall off the stands like it would on a jack stand or something like that. And this was by far the safest way to work on something up in the air. Let me get the last couple out here. And we'll set these dudes up like that. Get number 4 here. Like I'm out of breath. Like I've been huffing and puffing stuff. Do have to watch for scorpions because things are cooling off here. Shop stays warm. Scorpions like being warm. So, set all 4 of these on the ground. Drop the car down on it. And then we'll just roll the floor jack underneath it. So yeah, still on my back again, but I'll take my lift any day. And get enough of you guys to subscribe to this channel and like and share it. I might buy me an actual transmission lift jack for my lift. So yeah, like and subscribe, share, comment, all that kind of fun stuff that everybody begs you to do. It does help. Get this thing on the ground, line these up, show you what I'm talking about. All right, let's get the rear squared up here. Now if you're a ladder bar car, you know your axles move forward and backwards a little bit. Leaf spring car, did I say ladder bar? I don't know what the deal is, but if you're a leaf spring car, they can move around on you a little bit. Get everything positioned just right. That'll come forward just there. Same things on the front. Rear those dudes up like that. Like that. And then set the dude down. Just like that. Now, you are well off the ground and a lot of room to work with. So now we can get that with a floor jack and we're good to go. Tires are all set and pretty. I can leave it on the lift and work with it from there. Brad Fab tip of the day. All right, I found me a piece of plywood to throw in the concrete because I know I'm gonna spill training fluid. It's just how it goes, and hopefully that'll soak some of it up. So anyway, got me a block of wood, got the jack. Basically all I gotta do is pull the cross member out and just get the tranny out, and then I'll lift the car up off of it. So here we go. See what kind of mess I make today. Dong. Go cross member out. All right, let's see how everything else wants to play now. So I have a feeling we're gonna make a mess. Let's tranny in there very square. All right, get her off the motor. Look like it is. I don't like that thing is not centered. I should have checked that before I pulled the cross member out. Come on, baby. Oh. Already leaning. We're loose. See if the converter's gonna fall out on me. He's in a hurry. Oh, there goes tail shaft. Yeah, I'm gonna make a mess. I already tell. That wasn't bad. Well, I better not say anything. Huh. Ain't bad. See if I can pick the car up again. Wasn't bad at all. Didn't even make a mess. It's like, that's a first. Dipstick tube stayed in. Happy with that. All right, 350's out. So now I've got a good spare for something else. So it is time to throw some fluid in this dude. There's instructions how that goes. This is probably gonna be the tough one to get off of here. Come on. All right, we'll do this the easy way. Ta-da! See if we can get at least a cord in here. All right, we'll call that good. Let it set for a second, get the air out of it, put some more fluid back in it. All right, had to turn my TV down so we don't get in trouble. All right, one more thing I got to do before I make the mistake of putting everything together. This converter is built for this flywheel, and I need to get this adapter off that I had for the Turbo 350. So I just got to grab it, a pair of channel locks, pull it out, and hopefully it comes out easy. Because you know how that stuff is. It may take a minute. I'll be back. All right, I got the adapter out. That was about a wrestle and a half. So get the converter stabbed and throw this thing under the car. All right, she is in. Now let's get it on the jack without falling off. Okay, converter's in, solenoid's in, dipstick's in. The only thing I forgot is I took this dipstick off of a 400 for a GTO, which is the transmission from my other car. But anyway, we're going to hope this one fits. Bolt hole ain't going to line up, but you know what? We don't have a bolt hole in that anyway, seeing how it's LS. So, anyway, I'm going to lower this car down and see what happens. Where did my wire go? Get this thing up out of the ground, up off the ground. Or I could just rip the rubber off of it and it'll come right off. So, it worked. Great idea. Down we go. Better do that. I want that hanging up on something else. Parts are here. Should be the cross member for the Camaro now. Had to wait on this from Jegs to come in so we can get this thing bolted up. All right, let's see what we got here. Hopefully we got the right cross member. It was a whole lot easier ordering a Turbo 400 cross member for the Camaro instead of spending hours building something cool. But this is a time saver. And for 40 bucks, I could spend my time doing something else. Let's make sure we got the right thing here. Did get a hold of O'Reilly's. They ordered my transmission out yesterday. It's supposed to come in today, didn't. So it'll be here in the morning. So let's get this dude in the car. Okay, with the old cross member out of the car, I want to show you the difference between the 400 and the 350. I assumed that the cross members just slid back into the other holes and mounted up just fine. Well, they don't. This is actually a 396 4-speed car originally, so the transmission mounts on the 4-speed were the same as the 350. So, but as you can see here, that's the old, this is the new. So there's about 3 inches difference of mounting position for the 350 to the 400. So, like I said before, I could make a cool cross member and all that kind of stuff, but this is a factory replacement for 40 bucks. You can't go wrong with that. So let's stick it in the car and see how everything lines up. All right, let's see how everything looks in here. It actually fits nicer than the other one did. Looks like dirt in my face. That hole lines up. Those holes line up. That looks good. Let's bolt it in. Okay, we've got that bolted in. It's just loose because we do have to get the tranny mount in the morning and get that taken care of. So I can't really do much else down here, but what I can do, we can go up and take a look at the shifter. I run a quarter stick, a B&M quarter stick I have for 30 years. I love the shifter. And I hated changing, but I did find out that they made a reverse gate shifter for this and a turbo 350 or turbo 400. So I got the reverse gate, we just have to change it on the shifter. So let's take care of that real quick. Okay, we were talking about the shifter a minute ago, and boom, new shifter gate. It's gonna be really hard to show you guys in a black car without my good lights. So I'm gonna show you kind of quickly and we'll just see what you can and can't see. Try and keep it here so you can see a little bit. We gotta take the shifter off, pull the knob, pull the pins. Cool thing, this gate right here is what I have to change out. So basically it will go right there and it'll replace how this thing goes from a forward pattern and turn it back into a reverse pattern. So instead of 3, 2, 1, you'll be 1, 2, 3. And other than that, you basically just have a E-clip, flathead screw. I think there's another E-clip right there. And that's all it does to take this off. So I'll zip this out real quick and we'll move on. There we go. Probably the wife calling. Nope. Just another one of those spam calls I have to deal with. Alright. I forgot I had the TV on. So you probably heard that going in the background. I don't know how some of you guys do this where no music, no nothing while you're working, because I can't have it. I gotta have something. So anyway, we've got everything on here. I got one more clip. Put on here before I was interrupted by the spam callers. Okay, that is on there. Better save that for who knows what. Throw it away, you know how that goes. Now I got to get used to the reverse pattern. Got to get a transbrake put on here. I had a 2-step on my steering column. I may tie the 2-step and the transbrake together. I mean, it would only make sense, but I had the 2-step running through the Holly, so I've got to see about if I can tie everything together off that, which sure I can. I mean, everybody else is doing it, right? All right, guys, we're still back at it. One thing I did get done, the exhaust is back on the car, so that's all good to go. what I'm working on now is my wiring for the cylinder on the Transbrake. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up on the toe board right about there and drill a hole so that I can run my wiring from the solenoid straight through the floorboard, run it up the toe board, up underneath the dash, right to where my Holly is my Holly computer is mounted. And I think that'll be a cleaner way to do it. It'll be hidden underneath the carpet, and everything will be easy to access if I need to just get to it. So I'm gonna lower the car down. I've got my spot kind of marked under the toe board, and drill a hole. I pulled the carpet back on the off the firewall, and they made it easy for me. There was actually already a hole right there, and so I was able to go through and pull my wire right up through there. And I have plenty of slack to get me up into the glove box where the computer's at, and start wiring this thing. Thanks again to Jay Sondrati. He sent me a part number over to one of the solid state relays with a heat sink on it. Not heat shrink, but heat sink. And that's one that they use on all their cars, so I know it's going to be all right. Ordered that up, have that in a few days, and we'll be able to start wiring this thing up. Need to get the drive shaft to the drive shaft shop, have it shortened about 1.5 inches to accommodate for the longer transmission. The 400 is just a tad bit longer. Get a new yoke for that thing, and we're going to be ready to start playing. All right, guys. Finally got the new drive shaft in. So let's get the car on the lift, see how things fit. I am hoping all the measurements went well, and this is a smooth fit. Pull this old yoke out of here. I know the new yoke was really tight going in when I fitted it, so I'm sure I'll have to beat on it a little bit to get it to go in right. Baby. There we go. Oh yeah, that's nice. All right, that is in there. We'll go ahead and lower the car down and get it on jack stands and fire this thing up and be able to finally run it through the gears, see if the transbrake is engaging properly, and get some more fluid in this thing. So let's get it down on the ground. Okay, we got the weight back on the rear end, so the drive shaft's compressed down where it needs to be. I'm gonna open the doors up, fire this thing up, put some fluid in it. We've already got about 5 or 6 quarts in it, so we need to get it churning and get the rest of it filled up. Gotta keep warm in here. Be t-shirt weather in about 15 minutes. Everybody, welcome back to Brad Fab Garage. Successful test run on the Camaro. So we're going to try and warm up a little bit, take a look, see what's here. comes up next on the car, guys.